Alright guys, I picked two more albums for you to check out. You know, if you guys are tired of Cannibal Corpse and Deicide and all the higher up death metal guys. So first off, I'm going to talk about Nocturnus. This album is called Thresholds. This is from 1992. It was produced by Tom Morris and Nocturnus. Of course, it was recorded at Morristown Studios. That was like the fucking mainstay for death metal back in the late 80s and early 90s. I mean, if you're in a fucking death metal band, you go to Morristown. So anyway, one thing that's kind of cool about this band is they were probably one of the first, if not the first, death metal bands to have keyboards. Now, when I say keyboards, I don't mean they have a bunch of keyboard solos and shit like a lot of the newer bands today, which is fucking ridiculous if you ask me. But they have sound effects, and they use some weird startings to their songs with the keyboard doing some weird shit. And it's more about atmosphere, the keyboard being in the background, setting mood. I think they're really well done, not overdone, but they're there. And another cool thing is too, the drummer of the band, Mike Browning, was actually the original drummer for Morbid Angel, and he later on was in the band in Incubus. Now, not the fucking retarded hip hop, rock pop band shit that got popular, and not the Incubus that has the two Brazilian brothers from Louisiana, I think they are. It's actually even before that band was an Incubus. And then that band dissolved, and Mike Browning created Nocturnus. I know a lot of people, they complain about Mike Browning's drumming, but to be honest, I can see why he got booted out of Morbid Angel. But his drumming really fits Nocturnus, and I think it's good enough and it's well done, in my opinion. But he actually sang on Nocturnus' first album, The Key, and played drums. And on this one, they hired a guy named Dan Izzo just to sing, and so Mike Browning could focus on drumming. But another cool thing about this band is too, instead of singing about your gore and you hate Jesus and Christianity stuff like the normal mood of death metal, they went the more science fiction route, singing about space and robots and whatnot. But yeah, this is a pretty great album. I actually prefer this one over The Key myself. It's really thrash influenced. The guitar work on here is fantastic. The solos, the rhythms, the overall production on the guitar, I think, really makes it stand out. It's really more of a higher medium kind of tone to it rather than your more bass tone guitar sound, which a lot of bands like Corpse and Morbid Creation use. But it sounds really well. Uh, that song that I have at the beginning here, Alter Reality, I actually had a video, and you can check it out on YouTube. But Yeah, not a bad album, guys. Like I said, if you're looking for something really different, off the wall, Nocturnus, check them out. Totally. All right, next up, I picked a band that, it's not really groundbreaking. They don't really do anything, that's fucking different, but they do it a lot better than a lot of the fucking bands that play this kind of music, and that is Mortis Scold. This album's called Surface. It's from 1998 on the Pavement Music label, and they have, I think it's three other albums, but one thing was they could not secure a good distribution deal here in the States. So, of course, they got released overseas. And they never really got the recognition they deserved. And I think this was the only album that they had that got released over here. And then they unfortunately broke up after it. And the singer guitar player and one of the other guys in the band formed a band called MS2. And then now they're in a band called 9mm Solution, which is more of a new metal uh, groove thrash kind of style rather than death metal. But anyway, getting back to these guys, like I said, they don't really do anything groundbreaking, but they just do it a lot better than a lot of bands. Heavy, great fucking production on this CD. Um, I don't really know too much about them, but I do know that they were one of the fan favorites at the Milwaukee Metal Fest. So I guess they used to play that like probably once a year or whatever. And there's your band photo. But yeah, like I said, I really don't know too much about them, and all I can say is check these guys out, and then check out that fucking logo. I always thought that logo was cool. But yeah, this is more Skulled Surface. Great old school style death metal, heavy as fuck, sweet drumming, you know, all the formulas there. 8 songs on this one. But yeah, it's my obscure death metal 2 video, and hope you guys check out my obscure death metal 1 video, and hope I helped you guys out and figuring out some new bands for you guys to listen to. So, guys, stay fucking brutal.